Hi everyone, welcome back to the Joy of Civ. I'm your host, Christian. We are back with Sweden in this series focused on city-states, and we join Sweden in the midst of a heroic age. In this play session, I think we'll look to found at least one more city. We'll try to increase our hold on the nearby city-states. I think it would be good to bring Hong Kong into our influence. And I will let you know of my plans when it comes to England as we get into the game and take a look at the map. So let's do that. I'm glad you're here and we'll get back into the game. All right, so we are starting out in a somewhat non-traditional view for the Joy of Civ, where we have lots of information available on the screen. I do like this Empire view. From time to time, though, it shows our borders more clearly. In fact, it shows each individual city's borders, which is kind of useful and interesting. And in this case, I think it just highlights our empire and our place in the world. So you can see the core of the empire down here, and then some newer colonies in this area, although Linköping has been established for a little while. Plans to settle one additional city over in this area, at least. And England is the only other civilization on our continent. And my plans for England, and I don't know if we'll get there in this play session, but the approach is going to be bringing both Hong Kong and Taruga into our control via envoys and getting to be their suzerain, and then to declare war on England and attempt to annex these three cities here into our empire. And that's about as far as we'll go. I don't think we're gonna go for a full-on domination approach and attempt to take all of England's cities. I think these cities are very attainable, and I think we'll even have we'll have plenty of loyalty to take care of that, unless England enters a golden age or something. Now, I will note I'm playing this series with this new mod, new to me at least, Roman Holidays AI something mod. And I'm definitely noticing some things. So it looks like England has not built very many districts at all, which seems odd. I think am I playing on Immortal or Emperor? But you can see they built very few districts. It actually appears to be the case for, we can't see very much of some of these other empires, but they don't appear to have built very many districts either. So that seems to be, that's odd. I mean, one thing I will note is that most of the AIs, or several of them, have had large militaries. They've at least burned through a lot of military units, because there's been a lot of war so far in this game. So you can see the world, global relations here, lots of war going on. So in any event, I'm not sure about the impact of this mod right now. I know it's still under development, and I'm enjoying trying it out, but we'll see if it's one that I wind up sticking with in future play sessions or not. All right, well, I feel like that's a fine amount of intro to this play session, and we will we'll commence with moving along. Oh, I guess one more thing to take a look at here. We're about, somewhere around 20 turns probably until the next era. Need a few more era score to avoid a dark age. I don't think that'll be a problem. It would be nice to get another golden age. I think if we do, we could perhaps take the 2 arms golden age dedication, which would be nice for any attempts to annex these cities here, but we shall see. I don't know if we'll get there. All right, let's move along here. right, another trader. This has been not purposely a trade-focused game, but it has really kind of turned out that way. We have a lot of trade routes and income from trade routes. All right, so here in John Coping, I think we could use to build out our military, our naval forces a bit more. So we're going to go with a quadrime. This is going to change to a frigate here in one turn once we research square rigging. All right, so another trade route. I think we will we'll just repeat that route. Now, England is a pretty strong trading partner, so a war with them will be a bit of a blow. But we do have other options. Actually, we have some really good options trading with the Dutch and the Ethiopians. So let's go with this trade route with the Dutch. And we will continue to improve this newly founded city. All right, so I think we're gonna just purchase a purchase or faith purchase. Yeah, we can't faith purchase settler, but we can purchase a settler with gold. We'll get a discount on that thanks to, I believe it's the Monumentality Golden Age dedication. All right, so this continent, I believe, or this landmass, is appears to be uninhabited, except for by barbarians. So this could be an interesting place to settle as the game goes on. I also noticed up here to the north, it appears there's some coastline up here. So I think we might take our caravel and sail up this way, see if we can meet the last civilization in the game.
Nederland floreert met elke zending die u ons stuurt.
Very good. She's very happy about our recent trade route. And we'll accept that delegation. I've not really done a whole lot in
it's not the towering sails,
sending delegations myself this game.
Wind that moves a ship.
It hasn't really seemed to be a need to be very diplomatic, and so I haven't even spent much thought on it. All right, so our cultural path is going to take us up to colonialism, which, if we boost astronomy, we will get an inspiration to make that take less time. So we are going to research toward astronomy. And it should be a pretty easy path through education. Let's see. Oh, we have a lot of envoys available right now. So I think it would be I think it would make sense to at least get ourselves up to 3 envoys here in Hong Kong. That'll give us a bonus into our, let's see, I guess it doesn't give a bonus to the capital, but every building with a factory or every city with a factory or consulate. I think we have a consulate in one of our cities. So we're gonna do that, and that'll get us a little bit closer to bringing Hong Kong into our sphere of influence, and it still leaves plenty of envoys for defending our existing interests. Now, what I think we might do, oops, that's the wrong view. What I think we might do is promote Amani to puppeteer, which will double the amount of envoys, and that'll really let us bring Hong Kong under our control pretty quickly and pretty securely, I think, when that time comes. All right, so we're going to send this settler over here. And the one thing that I'm not sure is that it's possible that there is a barbarian scout on the loose down here. So we're going to send this crossbowman to see about that. All right, so we are 102 turns away from building a preserve. Let's see about purchasing some forest and chopping that to speed it along. All right, and as I said, we are going to sail north here. Okay, we have a great person. Great admiral. Yi Sun Sin instantly creates an ironclad unit with 1 promotion level. That seems very enticing. And we completed a quest for Nan Madal. All right. So we are probably going to keep this trade route up with Birmingham for now. If we declare war later, all those routes will be canceled. All right, I do like the idea of getting the ironclad. I think having an ironclad over in our navy here that'll just really tip things in our favor. So we're going to do just the quick little ability of the great person to transfer to another city. And we'll bring him over here to the harbor at Orebro. All right, let's, yeah, there's that barbarian scout. I definitely want to take care of that guy before our settler gets over here. This is not going to be the most fantastic city site in the world, but I like the idea of having a couple of preserves in this area, which has a lot of appeal. If I press 3, you can see the nice appeal of the terrain in this area. So it'll make for some decent terrain for the city to work, and then we can build out some districts that way. Okay, we've got a barbarian galley here. Don't think we're gonna engage at this point, but we also have some fish, which means we have some coast over here. More barbarian ships. Wonder if this is another unpopulated landmass. Okay, the barbarians have decided to force the issue. And we are almost defeated here. It's quite a force they mustered, including their own caravel. I think what I'm going to do is sail 1 tile away and then take that promotion. And we're going to go for combat strength versus naval units. It's all we can hope for at this point. I think the barbarians probably will defeat us on the next turn, though. All right, medieval walls here in Orebro. And let's see. Oh, so I thought we were going to start building frigates, but we do not have enough niter to do so. So I guess a quadrime over here, and we'll eventually promote that quadrime to a frigate once we have enough niter. And we are going to retire this great admiral and obtain that ironclad. There we go. We get some nice additional era score for that as well. And we get to take a promotion with this ironclad. So let's see, we'll sail over this way just to show England what we've got, and we'll take the promotion. Definitely want this additional naval combat strength. Make it even more powerful, more to contend with. All right, and let's chop this forest now. That knocks nearly 40 turns off of the production of the preserve. There we go. It's good to get a hit in on that scout. I don't want our settler to automatically disembark here, though, so just park off the coast. Yeah, there we go. We lost our ship. That's kind of a blow to exploration over here.
In a market economy, however, the individual has...
All right, we lost one of the policies that we were running. I don't recall what policy that was. Oftentimes, they're the policies that... the new policy that arrives is the replacement. And actually, it might have been the one that was a boost to trade routes. It's like caravanseries or something. In any event, triangular trade looks very, very tempting right now. 36 gold per turn and 9 faith. That faith might give us enough to purchase a couple more builders or a settler with our Golden Age dedication. All right, we got ourselves another quadrime here. How about a privateer? That seems like a good naval choice. This ship is called the Magician. We'll just have them alert. Alright, so this ship is called the HMS Tern. I like that. More industrial sounding name. Let's see what the English think of the Tern. Okay, now I would really like to do some more exploring. Which means I'll need to sacrifice a bit of the naval presence here. At least temporarily. But I think that's going to be beneficial. We might even get a circumnavigation in, actually. That wouldn't be hard at all from this side of the continent. And the Tern, the HMS Tern, is just going to hang out here. Okay, fantastic. We just finish off that scout, land our settler. Oh no, I'm not trading away any niter right now. Sorry. Alright, we got our unique unit, the Carolean.
The purpose of education is to replace...
We have another great person. Piero de Bardi. Allows us to gain 200 gold and 1 envoy. Hopefully he has a couple charges. Doesn't seem like a very great merchant, but it's what we get. All right. I think a university or one of these museums might be a good call now, here in our capital of Stockholm. All right, ancient walls completed here. It's a good site. I think we work on a couple of foundational buildings for this city. It's working some really nice tiles and has more tiles that it can expand to. Okay, the Carolean. We'll bring up toward our borders with Taruga and eventually with England. Okay, so this guy does have just a single charge. But all we have to do is walk over here to our commercial hub and yay, 200 gold and a free envoy. Not a bad deal, not a bad deal. Let's see, do we have any city-states where we could easily become influential and where that would give us quite a bonus? Auckland is a nice one. Shallow water tiles you own provide +1 production. Additional +1 when you reach the industrial era. We have several coastal cities, a lot of workable shallow water tiles. So I think swooping in and taking Auckland from the Gauls seems like a good move. There we go. It only leaves us with a couple of envoys, but I think that's all right. Okay, so we can promote our crossbowmen. And found our latest city here. Get a free builder. I believe that's due to one of our government plaza buildings. I wonder if we'll get the first circumnavigation. Wonder how far England has explored. They're probably the most likely other civilization to get there. Hey, we are the first to circumnavigate. Fantastic. All right, so we know that this island here is a home of piracy. In fact, we might have sailed a little too close. We'll see if we get waylaid by the barbarians. Could really use more niter. Wonder if England would be willing to trade any away. They probably have a lot. Let's see. They do have a lot. My goodness.
No.
Let's see if we can get some of that. 79 gold and 16 gold per turn for 30 turns. It's actually a pretty decent deal, I think. We have a lot of gold, making a lot of gold per turn. And that will help us to arm and probably to promote a number of our units. I think I'm going to hold off on doing that until we are able to, let's see, there's a policy we can adopt that will give us 50%, 50% resource discount on all unit upgrades. I think that's what we'll be doing before we spend that niter. Okay, so the English have settled York, very, very close to our city. We're going to bring this crossbowman back over here. All right, I don't know if we're going to do any more improvement over here, but it might make sense to come up here and chop another forest to help move this preserve along. Barbarian ship sighted. Do our best to avoid them for now. Okay, we have discovered a new continent. Avalonia. See if our last remaining Civ is up there. Seeing a tribal village makes me think perhaps not. Maybe it's another unsettled landmass.
Pemanti Kingeton. Drikeso solos.
Yeah, the Gauls, their military is really hurting. Are they still at war? Yeah, at war with France and Hungary. Oh boy. More barbarian ships. Alright, we're going to purchase this tile here. And then clear the woods. Now we're down to 10 turns for this preserve. Alright, we have survived a small attack by the barbarians. I think at this point, where are we going to find that last civilization? I suppose they could be down closer to home or in this large continent with all these others. It's hard to say at this point. I would really like to meet them and get the era score for meeting all civilizations, though. Alright, we're going to take this trade route, which brings the most gold. We have one charge left on this builder. I think improving a tile over here makes good sense. I think I'm going to check the quick deals. Yeah, let's see what sort of luxury trades we can do. Oh, 62 gold per turn for 4 luxury resources. Agreed. And then we can get an additional 28 per turn. And 12 per turn. Can we purchase? We've got deals. There we go. All right. Got our monument here. I think a granary sounds like a good move. Funny quote. No, not trading any niter at this point. Alright, we got ourselves a privateer. It's a nice boost to the Navy. I think we can just purchase some things at this point. Look at this, we can just buy a university. I think that's a good move. What else can we buy? We can't buy districts. We don't have that promotion or that governor in this city. Really, room for districts here is getting a little bit tight. I think we actually have luxuries here and here, so there's no district possibility. We could build one up here. It's a pretty decent tile we're working already, though. So I think we might be just pretty well set with districts and John Coping. Maybe maybe eventually we'll build, oh, what's it called? The aquatic entertainment complex, whatever that thing's called. In the meantime, though, let's make use of some of our niter. All right, we've got ourselves a Carolean down here. And I think we'll march this Carolean, or sail this Carolean rather, up to Helsingborg. And we'll work on some medieval walls. Linkoping. Although, really, Linkoping doesn't have much in the way of districts. Maybe an encampment makes sense here. I think it does. Go with one right here. That'll let us increase our strategic resource stockpiles too. At least once, I think once we get a barracks maybe, or stable. Alright, some really interesting islands over this way. But no sign of another civilization. Oh, and we have the very
Remember that
first
politics, colonialism, imperialism,
industrial era or Renaissance era. Civic. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so we are going to slot in retinues. And we don't care about gold cost for military upgrades because it's just really, gold is not an issue for us. Okay, so we have lost the suzerain of Lahore. Wonder who is fighting us there. Oh, Victoria has just straight up taken it over. Okay, well, we are going to simply take the suzerain of Lahore back. All right, we're going to keep our focus on gaining envoys. I guess if we could go for natural history and just purchase ourselves an archaeological museum to boost that. That might be the quickest path to 2 more envoys. And yeah, let's, now that we've completed a university, we can just purchase this archaeological museum. There we go. Nice boost for natural history. There it is, the water park. That's what we'll be able to build. All right, Stockholm. Let's take a look at the tiles we have available in this city. Build a district out here in this jungle. Or in this jungle right here. Yeah, that could be a good call. What kind of district do we want there? Let's see, industrial zone. Wow, we could get a +3 industrial zone. That's not nothing. I think we're going to go for that. All kinds of islands out in this part of the world. We'll have to come back with a stronger naval force whenever we want to settle over here, though, based on all the barbarian action. That's not very nice. Boy, you too, huh?
Under the white cliffs battlements of Crown, pushed
Got
to
ourselves a
depth of
natural
more than
wonder
sub
discovery.
peace.
Okay, someone else has discovered it before. Yeah, this would make for a really nice city location. Okay, it was probably the English who discovered it. That would make sense. So we need to grab not many more era score. 5 more era score to get ourselves to a golden age. Now we are working on Chichen Itza, which will be done in 2 turns. I think a golden age to follow our heroic age is very much in reach. England has settled
What gunpowder
another
did for
city.
war, the printing press has done for the mind. The Great Ball Court is also
Alright.
very impressive. I would like to have seen them play a game, although it sounds like the end was pretty violent. I think it was safer to be a spectator.
Chichen Itza is one of the few wonders of the world that I've actually visited. That was pretty cool. Quite a few years ago now. I like it sometimes when I see posts. I guess it's usually I'll stumble across a Twitter post or Reddit post where someone has taken their laptop and built a world wonder at the site of a world wonder. I suppose some might say, well, just enjoy the world wonder while you're there, but if you really enjoy civilization, I think there's no argument that it's a pretty fun thing to do. I wouldn't begrudge someone that. Alright, well. You know, I just remembered I got the policy that will allow us to cheaply promote our men-at-arms to musketmen, which we don't have very many of those, I guess. I thought I had more men-at-arms. Do we have any other promotable units? I guess the quadrenes. Get those promoted up to frigates. That's gonna be nice. I think we've got one more over here. Yeah. So having to use only 10 niter to do that is really handy. Do we have any other units that could use a promotion? I think we have that one other men-at-arms, maybe. Oh, we still have warriors? How about that? Oh yeah, they're right there, in fact. Maybe we'll promote those guys. territory here and promote them next turn. All right, so actually let's take a look at what Chichen Itza has done for this city. Oh my goodness. It's ridiculous. It's beautiful, but ridiculous. Yeah, that's fantastic. And the city is just also looking quite majestic here on the coast, with its two wonders of the world now, its medieval walls. Looks like industrial era buildings now. Okay. Well, what are we going to do here? Oh, we're going to purchase a university. And district-wise, don't know that I want to build. I don't want to lose any of these tiles that I now have. They're so profitable. This is about the only one I think that I'd be willing to build another district on. And that could be worthwhile. Let's see what we're able to build over there. Get a +1 industrial zone. +1 commercial hub. +1 theater square. Sensing a trend here. There's still a religion available here in the year 1180 AD. Could just go for a holy site and see if we can nab a religion. Very late game. Again, this is just very odd behavior. I know Emperor is not the highest level of the game, but that's just shocking to see religion still available. Yeah, I don't know if I want to build a holy site there anyway. Let's get ourselves a caravel. Alright, the granary is available now. Very good. There's all kinds of stuff we could buy, produce in this city. You know what? An encampment here seems like a good call. I can imagine encampment and then industrial zone here, perhaps. I think that could be a nice combo. All right. Let's get another Carolean down here in Stockholm. And we are now 1 era score away from a golden age. Got ourselves this frigate now. Oh, it's too bad we didn't have a lighthouse. That would have been a good one to build. Well, let's get a campus. We've had one planned here for quite a while. And there's the preserve here in Vast Terrace. We will immediately purchase the grove. And that makes for quite a few very nice productive tiles. And let's have these guys just work on a granary. Our naval presence is really shaping up. And this ship is named the Pinafore. Not a very imposing name. Alright, more musketmen. kind of snoop on what England is up to here. Got quite a few ships stationed near Hong Kong. Yeah, she's their suzerain. So I'm not exactly sure what she's up to there. Guess she's got the ship, she's got to sail them somewhere. No niter. I think I need to switch to the policy that gives additional strategic resources.
That's the bank's problem.
Alright, ballistics seems like it could be a good play, although military tactics, I almost always leave that one way behind. What does that unlock? Unlocks mass production, industrialization. Whew. Yeah, those are good ones to get. So we're gonna tech backward a little bit and fill those in. Another frigate. It might be time to put the plan into action against England. Although I would like to maybe wait until the next golden age and take the 2 arms dedication. So let's maybe keep on prepping for this invasion. Just building up our forces. They do have a very large navy. It might be better to bolster the navy here. Maybe we can get ourselves an alliance with one of these other civilizations that we don't plan on attacking, that are not as large and threatening as England. Let's say the Dutch. Let's see if we can declare friendship. There we go. What about an alliance? Economic alliance could be good. Yeah, let's do that. Happy to do more trading with them. It'd be good to discover more of their cities so we can do more trade with them. So we'll send out this caravel in an attempt to find more Dutch cities. This caravel did its job in letting us circumnavigate the globe. Right. Göteborg is the largest city in the world.
Tactics mean doing what you can with what you have. In all works on natural history, we constantly find details.
Alright, so we don't need retinues anymore. But we're going to go with drill manuals to try and build up our niter supply a bit. Natural philosophy is not doing a whole lot for us right now. Really, like look at Trade Confederation, it's so much better. Oh, look at Raj though, it's really good as well. I think that's better than just the +2 influence points. Yeah. Let's take a look at the civics tree again. We could race ahead to conservation. That would get us a lot of envoys. Takes quite a few turns. Instead, Let's go back here and get diplomatic service in the Enlightenment. Yeah, that's what we'll do. All right, well, I think we're nearing the end of this play session. I feel like there were some good things that we've managed to accomplish along the way. Getting to enough era score to get another golden age is going to be really key, I think. Our navy is really boosted up, not least by this really nice ironclad that we now have. We circumnavigated the globe. Did not meet the last remaining civilization in the game. It's a little disappointing. Let's see. Oh, we discovered antiquity sites. Okay, well, we'll make use of that at some point. But apart from those things, I think it was also kind of a quiet play session. I guess building the Chichen Itza was a nice accomplishment. The Empire is definitely flourishing, both here in the original portion of the Empire as well as our new expanded areas out here. And getting back to the theme of the game, we've managed to add another city-state to our sphere of influence, and Hong Kong is next. In fact, we could get the suzerain of Hong Kong right now if we wanted, but we're going to kind of do that in concert with invading England, probably in the next play session. So I hope you will come back for that one and see how things go. I expect it to be somewhat of a, well, it'll be interesting in the ocean. I think the naval battles could be pretty intense with the size of England's navy, and really they have quite an army as well. So I think there'll be a lot of action. I'm curious to see how the AI performs in combat with this mod. I could be in for a real surprise, but that remains to be seen. I thank you for watching The Joy of Civ, for joining me here, and getting to uncover new things in this really interesting map. I think we'll plan on some future colonies out in these islands out here, and yeah, see where this game takes us. I think I might do a full playthrough this time around. It's not something I've done yet on the channel, but it feels like a good game to do that. So thanks again for joining. I'm glad you chose to watch, and I will catch you here next time.